Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay Jordan back for another live stream, another watch along. I know it's been a while. Last time we did a watch along or a live stream was probably the day before game 4 of the finals, and then we all know how that turned out. So we're not gonna talk about that. But we're here for this live stream because today, in the next about 5 minutes, will be the WNBA Draft lottery. So we'll find out which teams will get the top 4 picks in the upcoming draft, which will take place, I believe, in April, right after the March Madness, the tournament, the college tournament. It's good to see everybody here. Thanks for y'all who are logged in already. We're gonna just go over for those who don't know how the draft works. We're gonna touch on some of that and the people who are up for grabs in the draft. So, RC, my guy, what's going on, bro? Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one, just for the draft lottery, and then I'm gonna head out of here. So, we're gonna focus on the rules of the draft lottery or the draft lottery explained. There's 14 lottery balls, number 1 through 14. Um, there's the combination of 4 lottery balls that are linked to each team. After that, they'll start at the fourth pick and they'll work their way up to the number 1 pick. Take a look here. These are the teams that are a part of it. Indiana Fever, Phoenix Mercury, LA Sparks, and the Storm. Hey, Cuz, what's going on? The Fever have the highest percentage, 44%. The Phoenix Mercury, 27%. LA Sparks, 17.8%, and Seattle Storm, 10.4. Um, those percentages are based on their records from the past season. So of course, the team with the worst record has a higher percentage of getting that number 1 pick. Like you see on the screen, it says, how do teams qualify for the draft lottery, and what about the remaining 8 teams in the league? So the 4 teams that missed out on the 2023 WNBA playoffs qualified for the 2024 WNBA draft lottery. The remaining first round draft selection order is determined by the inverse order of each team's 2023 regular season. So we got Dallas was gonna pick number 5. They got the pick from Chicago. I believe that was in the Marina Mabry trade. Gizzo Demulo, what's going on? Salute, salute. So I think that was in the Marina Mabry trade. That's why Dallas has that pick. Washington has number 6. The Lynx have number 7. Atlanta has number 8. Dallas has their own pick at number 9. Connecticut at number 10. Our New York Liberty at number 11. And we have pick 12. LA has that pick from Vegas. I believe that was in the De'Erica Hamby deal. So that's why LA has that pick and Las Vegas doesn't have any picks in the first round. It's gonna be really interesting to see who gets this pick, honestly. I'm leaning towards Phoenix somehow getting the number 1 pick. And if Caitlin Clark decides to come out, they'll probably take her as a successor to Diana Taurasi. For the Fever, the Fever need a guard that's gonna get Aaliyah Boston the ball. As you guys know, if you follow the channel, I'm not huge on college basketball. My guy RC in the chat, he knows about that, so I'll refer to him on that. But I know for the names out there, it's Paige Beckers, Cameron Brink, you got Angel Reese. So, and there's probably some other names out there that are projected to come out. RC in the chat says want Indy to win, but if they can't get the number 1 pick, I hope it goes to LA because of Hamby. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. But as you see on the screen, those are the odds there. It should be starting fairly shortly. Should be starting shortly because I think it's gonna take place in between these two women's college basketball games. I think South Carolina is playing right now. All right, let's take a look and see. Let me take a look, see what the stream is looking like. I know they said the event hadn't started yet. Let me take a refresh on this and see. Yeah, but I'm leaning towards Phoenix getting that number 1 pick somehow. All right, it said it hasn't started yet still, so we'll wait on that. I will pull up. They posted a nice pic of all the ladies who have been drafted number 1 overall from 2013. Let me pull that up really quickly. It's funny when you look at it, you look at all the names there, and it's like, wow, besides probably like 1 or 2. Let me see. It said the event has started. Let's see. Okay, I think we're about to start now, but let me pull up this pic really quickly. RC says, Jay, what, you a fan of BG? Nah, 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 not it's not even like that. It's just I just have a feeling they're somehow, some way gonna get it. Cause we need somebody to take over for Diana. So if you look at this pic on the screen, they got it from Brittany Griner number 1 in 2013, Shanae in 2014, Jewel 2015, Stewie in 2016, Kelsey, Asia, and Jackie back to back to back for the Aces in 17, 18, and 19. You got Sabrina in 20, Charlie Collier. I don't even think she has a team right now in 2021. Ryan in 2022, and Aaliyah Boston in 2023. So that's the interesting part. Vegas has 3 of those picks, and of course, those picks helped them win the chip this year. Let's see. It says it started. Why are you saying it's not starting? Let's see. WNBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm. Looks like it's still waiting on them to start. Let me go up to natural ESPN. I'm gonna pipe in the audio so that we can hear it. Just as soon as they actually go live with this. Let's see. Let's go live now. Let's see. I'm still waiting on them to go live online here. There we go. Draft lottery presented by State Farm. Let's see. Oh, it still says it hasn't started. I guess the game is still going on, that South Carolina game. So we'll wait on that. Damien, my guy, what's going on? You think the Fever? Yeah, I mean they have the highest odds, so I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked if they got it. But for some reason, I'm not saying it's conspiracy or anything like that. But for some reason, I'm thinking Phoenix will somehow get it. But there could be a wild card out there. It would be crazy if LA ends up getting it. I think NECA just re-signed. Oh, Zachary says South Carolina beat Utah. Okay, so they should be starting this. So they got the draft lottery. Okay, they have it live here. So why isn't it live on the website? But they got the owner of Phoenix here with his daughter. They got Aaliyah Boston representing the Indiana Fever. They got Coach Kurt Miller representing the LA Sparks. And it looks like Andrea Carter is doing the commentating here, or the introductions. All right, now they finally went live on the website. Let's see here. I want to pipe this audio in for you guys, so I'm trying to see if I can. John England said I wouldn't be shocked if Phoenix wins it with BG and Tarasi about to see. That's what I'm saying, John. You know the league. They're gonna try and they're gonna try and get their people in. They're gonna try and keep that Phoenix legacy going. They like, oh, Diana's leaving. We need somebody to revive Phoenix. Phoenix just got a new owner, so I would be shocked if it doesn't work out that way. 1 second, guys. Let's see. And Noah Quinn is representing the Seattle Storm here for the draft. But I think we should be good. All right, cool. Let's see if this works. We're going to try something new, guys. I've never tried this before. I tested it, but let's see if it works.
Exhibited this year.
Let me know if you guys can hear it.
And her work ethic. So just having some guidance with that with the younger player would be excellent.
Yeah, it was so much fun
Zach,
to watch Jewel and her leadership. You know what else she did? She hit a lot of threes. We're top 3 in the league when it came to making threes. So adding to that for Seattle.
So the odds, as I showed you guys on the screen earlier, 44%.
There are certain probabilities for each team. So here's
and they have the mock draft here. They have Caitlin Clark as 1, Paige Beckers as 2, Cameron Brink from Stanford as 3, Camilla Cardoso from Carolina as 4, and Aaliyah Edwards from UConn as 5. John England says Phoenix is one of the big teams in the league, pulls in big money. Indiana doesn't. That's my thinking as well.
At number 1,
yeah, thanks for doing this. Of course, salute.
Player of the Year, Caitlin Clark.
Glad I can hear it. I'm glad it worked. I wanted to actually show it, but
Player of the Year, Paige
trying to
Beckers
screencast it, it was blacking it out.
2023's WBCA
for the future, I'll try
Player
and find
of the
a way
Year,
around
Cameron
it.
Brink, SEC Sixth Woman of the Year, Camilla Cardoso, and Big East Most Improved Player, Aaliyah Edwards. Welcome back here at our set. Ladies, so much to break down, but CP, I'm going to start with you because you've been a head coach and a GM at the WNBA level. When you look at those 4 teams that we just met all the representatives for, which team
John, you're a Wings fan? Salute. The Wings had a good season.
I think the team that needs it the
besides
most,
Vegas,
it would benefit, I think, is the Indiana Fever.
Besides Vegas, you guys will give people you guys gave anybody problems. You gave my team, definitely gave my team problems, especially the guard play. We couldn't stop Ogunbowale.
Like a Caitlin Clark to have the center of
I'm gonna turn it back up a little bit so you guys can hear what they talk. Carolyn Peck talking about here.
The floor, she can get inside the defense. We already saw the logo threes that she's been able to hit this season.
Wherever Caitlin goes, I know RC. This man RC all season. This man's been he's been bigging up Caitlin. So I know wherever Caitlin goes, this man gonna be a fan of.
And I think oftentimes we think
Anthony says it is fixed. Ask the Pistons.
And that's not always the case.
What you mean?
This is a process. No doubt it doesn't translate into immediate
I don't want to bring any conspiracy theories into this, but I would not be shocked.
Right? Minnesota with the Minnesota Lynx, you had Simone Augustus. Then it took some time, and you got Maya Moore, right? And then you win 4 championships. Seattle when they had Jewel Lloyd, and then they had
they got the coach for Connecticut here. What's her name?
So it doesn't mean
of course, one take. I would show it, but it's blacked out on my screen, and when I try to screencast it, but we'll figure out a way for the future. For the draft, the actual draft, I'll be doing this. Oh, Stephanie White, that's her name. Coach of Connecticut is on the panel as well.
We just looked at 5 players that all have the option. If they want to stay in school, they can. From your vantage point, what factors into that decision? Do I stay in college or do I start my pro career?
CC loves Seattle and Sue. Need her in Seattle. RC says, yeah, Detroit's supposed to have Wemby. Nah, you know the league was not sending Wemby was not sending no Wemby to Detroit. You crazy? No way. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but that's one thing I know the league was probably like, absolutely not.
You've got Paige Beckers that has that option as well. But here's the thing.
Could you imagine Sably with Clark and Phoenix?
To college, I think you've got to really
that would be
consider,
a
do you
tough
have an
team.
opportunity to
Sably,
compete for a championship?
Satu came into her own last season. She was healthy,
I'm not a mom, but the mom in me,
and she really came into her own last season.
I think that's important as well. But people say NIL, that can go with you.
Take a listen, guys. They're showing the.
And another thing that could be a huge factor for
they're going to
this
talk about the
draft
top
in
players with no
particular
eligibility.
is the expansion draft. So we will have to see what happens
Rickea
when
Jackson,
we get to April.
J.C.
But
Sheldon,
even if some of those players that we
Charisma
just looked at
Osborne,
decide to
Elizabeth
stay in college, there is plenty of talent on the board. When it comes to players with no eligibility left, Tennessee's Rickea Jackson is a
James Eddington, Brianna needs
2023
to work on her shot
All-SEC first
selection.
team. J.C. Sheldon for Ohio State,
okay.
2022 All-Big Ten first team. Charisma Osborne
Wait,
was
what Brianna you talking
2023
about,
All
James?
Pac-12 for
talking
UCLA.
about
Liz
Brianna
Kitley for
Stewart
Virginia
or
Tech, two-time
another Brianna?
ACC Player of the Year, and Indiana's Mackenzie Holmes, 2023 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. So the accolades are of plenty when it comes to this draft class. And when you look at that list of players with no eligibility left, who do you think benefited the most from taking their fifth year?
I think J.C. Sheldon did. I mean, she suffered with injuries all last season.
They're
She's been
showing
able to
J.C.
get
Sheldon,
stronger.
Ohio
She's always
State.
been in great shape.
If you watch
she
college
can
ball, I
distribute
don't.
the
But
basketball.
if you watch college ball, I
high
guess you would
motor,
know
high
her.
basketball IQ, and the ability to play multiple positions. Versatility is key in the WNBA, and that added year of experience has definitely helped J.C. Sheldon.
And to me, it's Charisma Osborne. You know, Charisma Osborne is a player who
Okay,
could
they're
have come
talking
out
about
last year.
I guess
who certainly
Charisma
would have
Osborne,
been drafted, but I think
UCLA.
another year under her belt,
Yeah.
playing with players like Kiki Rice, getting a Lauren Betts, which
Projected
is a lot like
number
a post
11
player
pick in this
that you're going to
draft.
have at the WNBA level is important. Learning how to play with the ball in your hands in that point position and on the perimeter in the wing. The major improvement for Charisma Osborne has been her three-point shooting. It's been the efficiency from the three-point line. Having another year to really work on that, hone that skill, I think was important.
Well, regardless of which
you guys
players
can
choose to remain in
understand
college or
what the
choose to
deal
start their
is
pro
right
career,
now.
the number
Where
one
is
overall
that?
picks have had huge impacts when it comes to winning championships. Coach White, I know you said it takes time to build, but the numbers also show that once that time sets in and once teams can work with their number one overall picks, they've combined for 38 championships, 13 MVP awards, and 124 all-star selections. So it is important to get that pick right. Again,
Number
we will
one
see
overall
who
picks
gets the
combined,
number
38
one
championships,
overall
13
pick
MVP
coming up
awards.
next. We
This
are
is
minutes
crazy.
away from Bethany Donovan, who is the head of league operations, revealing the 2024 WNBA Draft Lottery.
All right, it looks
order.
like they're about to go to commercial.
Anticipation, the excitement, the energy. I know the representatives are nervous. I don't think Bethany's nervous. I think she's ready. We will see who gets that number one overall
And they showing
pick
all the
coming
past
next.
number one draft picks that I showed y'all earlier.
The 2024 WNBA Draft Lottery is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State
All right,
Farm
I'm gonna
is
mute
there.
this for the commercial, guys. We don't want to hear no State Farm commercials here. John England says, other than Clark, who do you think would help Boston and Indiana? That is the question, my friend. That is the question, John. She needs a guard that's going to get her the ball. So right now, who they have? They have Erica Wheeler, Kelsey Mitchell. They have, who's that? That shooter that they have. Forgot her name. And then they have Aaliyah Edwards, and they have, I can't believe I forgot her name. The power forward, that had a pretty good season this year. But they need a point guard, or yeah, they need a point guard. Maybe they could get Charlie. I don't know. I like that tandem between Aaliyah and, that's gonna bother me that I can't remember this young lady's name, but I'm gonna look it up now. She just needs a guard to get her the ball, because a lot of those guards there were a lot of, let me get mine first. I think she needs a pure point guard, but I don't know who in that top four would be the answer. I don't know who in that top four would be the answer for them. Paige is Paige. For y'all who watch college ball, is Paige like a? I don't think she's pass first from what I've seen. I think she looks to score, right? If Phoenix win, I'm gonna make 16 of to Iowa. You gonna tell Caitlin to stay one more year if Phoenix gets it? Come on, RC. Paige would still be a good fit too. She's a great passer too. All right, yes, I'm listening. Thanks for the insight. So that's the person I would say would probably be best for the situation they have now. They have a gunner in Kelsey Mitchell. They have Aaliyah Boston. They just need somebody to get them the ball. Oh no, I'm thinking Lexi Hull, John. That's the other person I was talking. Grace. I think Grace was good last season, but I don't think she would be the answer as a starting point guard. I don't think Grace would be the answer as a starter. That's just my opinion. RC says Paige could be justifiable. I think Haley Van Lith. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about Haley since she's joined LSU. Besides when they're not playing well, of course. Yes. So that's the person. Naylissa Smith as well. So Naylissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston. That's a good power forward center combo right there. All right, looks like they're coming back now, so I'm gonna unmute this.
Enrolled in the Progressive Loyalty Program and get special rewards. Even people.
Oh no, they're still in commercial. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, Collier. I don't think Collier would be a good fit. I don't think Biggs is your issue. I think the guard play would be the place where they could improve. Yeah, they need like a Kelsey Plum now type, not the Kelsey Plum when she first came in the league type. When Kelsey first came in the league, she was a gunner. She wasn't too much of a passer, but now Kelsey Plum, she could run the point if need be, as we saw in the playoffs. All right, it looks like Stephanie White and Carolyn Peck are about to say something, so I'm going to turn it up.
We're going to break down some of them. Steph, who are you going to break down first?
I'm going to start with the most exciting player in college basketball right now, and that's Caitlin Clark. And look, we all know about the logo threes. Where I'm most impressed in terms of her growth is her ability to get to the rim. Not just get to the rim, but get to the rim and finish with contact. She got stronger a season ago. Now she can absorb contact, finish in the paint off of 2 feet. And if you're a post player who likes to rim
just
run,
draft Caitlin.
she
Her
will
passing
find
ability is
you
polished
all
too.
day,
Caitlin will look for
every
Boston,
day.
trust
And there's no doubt about
I'll take
it.
your
She's
word
going
on
to
it,
draw
bro.
a crowd.
Indiana
So
go
she
after
beats one
Sky
defender.
Diggins Smith.
Look at the collapse.
Oh yeah,
4 defenders, eyes on Caitlin
reuniting
Clark.
her back
She
at
makes
home.
the right read,
That would be
finds her
interesting,
shooter on the
Callie.
spray out,
Thanks for
able
that
to knock
insight.
it
I
down.
didn't
And
even
I
think
this is
about
another
that.
level of improvement. Reading
Did not
2
even think
layers
about that.
of defense. So you've got the first, the post
Is
player
she a free
shows
agent or
herself
is she still
early.
under
Where's the
contract with
second and
Phoenix? I
third
know
layer of
that
defense? Are we
relationship
going
hasn't
down
been
to
too
3? Are we
solid.
dropping to our big? She reads it perfectly, drops it on the dime.
Wow, the player that I'm looking at in this coach's corner is really the unicorn from the Pac-12. She can play
talking about
inside
Cameron
and
Brink
out, and
right
her
now,
name
of
is
course.
Cameron Brink. She does a phenomenal job of really getting
where would
herself
Cam
in great
fit?
position.
Where
and the
would
thing that
Cam
is really
fit
intriguing about
in
her,
this top
in one
4?
offensive possession, she can operate multiple actions. We've seen 1, 2,
John,
3
I can see why you would
After the
say that.
screen, she's going to post up.
But as that point guard type, that would be somebody they would need. A player like that.
Hey, it's a value.
Kelly's a
and it's not
free
only
agent. Got you.
offense, it's what she does so well. A shot blocker, keeping it in bounds and then
I
off.
think
And
John.
when
I
she
think
can
if they're
lead the break,
losing, she
run in
would.
transition,
It wouldn't be a good
recognize where her
situation if
options are.
they
She
continue
could
to
stop
struggle
and pull
like
up for
they've
the
been
three,
struggling
this time
lately.
running all the
But I
way
think
to the
winning
rim.
cures all, as they
But
say.
where
You know,
did Asia Wilson
winning
make
cures
her
all.
living this year? It was at that
Right,
elbow
RC, they take it forever. They said
area. And that's what
4:30.
Cameron Brink
It's about to
can
be
do. She
5
can shoot
o'clock,
the
and they
three.
still
she can drive it
trying to
left,
drag
and
this
she can
out. It don't
also
take this
spin
long.
it back to her
That's
right.
true, Brick
Her
Drink. They gotta pay for this
versatility
slot. They try to get their
definitely
money's
will
worth.
translate very well into the WNBA.
All right. I think they actually about to start
of
now.
talent when it comes to this potential draft class, and we are moments away from Bethany Donovan,
really
head
wish I
of
could show
league
this on the
operations,
screen to you guys,
revealing the
but I'ma figure out a
2024
workaround.
WNBA Draft Lottery order. But first,
listen to
here's
what they
how the
gotta say about this.
WNBA Draft Lottery works. There are 14 balls numbered 1 through 14 placed in a lottery machine and mixed. There are 1,001 four-digit combinations when you select 4 numbers out of 14. 1,000 of those combinations are assigned to the 4 teams that did not make the playoffs in 2023. The odds of winning are based on the 2-year cumulative record of the 4 non-playoff teams. Here are the chances of each of the 4 teams when it comes to winning the #1 pick. This also serves as the number of lottery ball combinations each team was assigned.
I got the percentages on the screen for you guys so you guys can see the percentages.
Any lower than 3rd. Indiana, Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Seattle are hoping their 4-digit combinations land them the #1 pick today. The lottery was conducted a short time ago under the supervision of the accounting firm of Ernst & Young. Those results have been delivered to our studio in sealed envelopes. Now it's time for the 2024 WNBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm. Bethany Donovan, take it away.
Thank you, Andrea, and good luck to all 4 teams.
Sean, that's
The
an
4th
interesting
pick
thing as well.
in the 2024 WNBA Draft presented by State Farm goes to the Seattle Storm.
Seattle Storm.
Congratulations to Noelle Quinn and the Seattle Storm. Seattle missed the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
That sucks for them.
Haven't had a lottery
But
pick
dang,
since
4th pick to
2016.
Seattle.
They took Breanna Stewart at #1.
All right, 3rd pick coming up.
Picking 3rd will be the Phoenix Mercury.
Oh, guys, I was wrong. I
Congratulations to
was
Matt
wrong.
Ishbia and
I
his daughter,
was
Jamie, and all of
wrong.
Phoenix. This is the 8th lottery
I
pick
said
in
first. They
franchise
dropped down to
history.
3rd.
They missed the playoffs this past season for the first time since 2012.
Oh, no, they milking
All right,
this, guys.
So
this is crazy.
we're down to 2 teams. We know 2 picks. We know the order. CP, what
Yo, it's
do each
between
of these
LA,
teams that we just
who
saw
had a
need to add to their roster?
17.8% chance,
Well, I think for the Indiana
and
Fever, the
Indiana,
area
who
that I
had a
think they could really benefit the
44%
most from
chance.
is at that point guard spot.
Phoenix
And
had
having someone that can
27% and
distribute your
dropped down to
basketball,
3rd.
a decision
Wow.
maker, and be able to move a
Wow.
Christy Wallace to the wing.
Wow.
Erica Wheeler be that defensive force, but somebody that can run a team. And then for LA, how do you pass up on a possible Caitlin Clark? But to get a Cameron Brink or a Camilla
crazy.
Cardoso
I
and
did
be
not
able to
expect
move
that,
around
guys.
the Agumake sisters,
Seattle with the 4th
pretty good. They
pick.
got options.
No,
Phoenix
there are definitely
with the
options.
3rd.
And I think when you're in this situation too,
So
obviously
of course,
if you have the #1
I'm
pick and you have
turn
an
them down. They
opportunity,
chatting.
to get a Caitlin Clark,
So that leaves
a
Indiana and
franchise
LA.
player for a long time.
Sparks
But
with
at each one
hand
of these
BS and
positions,
Indy
you get
with
the
it.
best player available.
Wow.
We will see who's
Now
gonna get
that
the
would
top
be
pick,
wild,
whether it's
John.
Indiana or whether it's LA. Let's go back to
Caitlin Hollywood. All right, I'm turning back up.
We're down to the final 2 teams vying for the top pick.
Oh!
The 2nd pick goes to the Los Angeles Sparks.
And the Sparks get the
Los
#2
Angeles
pick.
Sparks. We talked about the
So that
leadership of
means
Nneka Ogwumike.
Indiana
They missed the playoffs
again
this past
gets
season.
the
For the
number
first time
1
since 2012,
overall
they'll
pick,
get the
guys.
2nd pick.
And that means the 1st pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft presented by State Farm goes to the Indiana Fever.
The Indiana Fever.
There it is, y'all.
Back-to-back #1 overall picks. They had Aaliyah Boston last season.
Guys.
Who are they going to choose this season with their #1 overall pick?
I mean, it
Aaliyah,
shouldn't be.
congratulations.
Thank you.
No jumping jacks, no cartwheel, no nothing.
My shoes, I told you.
It's the shoes. Okay.
It shouldn't be a shock because they had the highest percentage.
Aaliyah, congratulations on the #1 overall pick.
But wow.
What do you think this means for your team, for the franchise, and for all of Indiana?
I mean, I think it's just going to be another
This is
talented
Aaliyah
player that
Boston
we can
talking.
use to help build us to be back to the franchise that the Fever was at. And so I'm super excited for this upcoming draft.
Your team was so young last season, and now you're going to add a rookie that will potentially impact. What kind of leadership can you bring to this team to help them now? We came so close. We're in the conversation for the playoffs all season long for the most part to make that next step.
Yeah, just continue. I think the first way of being a leader I can show is just by the work I put in on and off the court, especially with recovery, just making sure that I'm doing the right things for my body,
what are
but
you guys'
also
thoughts
just
on that?
talk
Wow,
to them. I think that's going to be
Indiana,
important.
what do they
because I
do?
had great vets
Who do
that
they
talked
go
to me,
with?
especially when
What are
there were
y'all
moments where
thoughts?
I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself. You know,
So do
being
you
the number
think
one
Clark
pick,
stays knowing it's
the
Indiana?
goals that I wanted to achieve, and also helping
Interesting,
my
John.
new teammate
I think
achieve the goals
I
that
think she
she wants
comes
to
out
achieve. Because I mean,
because
we
it could
are
be
all
worse
so
next year. It could
excited
be another
for
team
the
next year.
experience, the opportunity to be
RC
in
says
the league
Caitlin and
be a
Aaliyah
number
Boston
one pick,
actually
so I'm
already
super
jumped the
excited.
gun a few months
Aaliyah,
ago.
you've got 1 year under your belt, but a young team, a young core in Indiana. What's it going to take
Caitlin
for
and
you to get to
Aaliyah, I
that
think
next
that's
level
what they
to get into
need.
the playoffs?
If
Just
she's as
continue
good
to
a
play together
passer
and being
as
disciplined. I think
RC
that
and
is
others have
something
been
that's super
saying,
important because yes, we're a young
then
team,
I
but at
think
the
it
end of the day,
would
I feel like
work.
just our
She with
knowledge of the
Boston
game
there,
and
it's
being able
like
to
they
play
already
together,
knew who was
getting a
getting the
good
number
feel
one
for each
pick.
other
Yeah,
early on will be
you
what
think
helps
so?
us
It's like a
throughout the
little
season.
foreshadowing
I
there,
got
Brick
one.
Drunk.
Yeah.
What do you think Lynn Dunn's doing right now?
Jamatel, a bit
I
of
just can't wait to see
that
the
makes it a
interview,
little
the
fishy.
content that
Caitlin's
Fever's
boyfriend
gonna
actually
post right
works for
now.
the
I know that
Pacers.
already. I just know it.
Look at that, we getting some insider information here. I had no clue.
We've got the watch party as well out there.
I
in
had no
Indiana.
clue
This
that
is
her
what happened.
Caitlin's
They
boyfriend
found
works for the
out.
Pacers.
They got the number
Yeah, she
one
going. She definitely going
overall pick.
to be
The
with Bay.
excitement, the cheers, the smiles.
Yeah, she
the
going,
things
y'all.
coming
It's
potentially
signed, sealed,
for the
delivered
Indiana Fever. Again, back to back.
at this
number
point.
one overall picks. All of the picks are in. We have the order behind
Listen,
us.
man.
This is what it looks like.
Well,
we get the 2024
so it's probably gonna be
WNBA
Caitlin
draft
to
lottery.
Indiana.
Congratulations to
Who
all
does?
4 teams. Congratulations to the Indiana
What they chatting
Fever.
about
We'll
over
break
here?
it down a little bit more coming up next.
Oh, they going to commercial. Let me mute these folk. All right. Wow. So we got it down. If you're just joining, WNBA Draft Lottery, top 4 picks, top 4 teams, what picks they were getting have been revealed. 4 goes to Seattle, 3 to Phoenix against my pick. I thought Phoenix was getting 1. We got 2 with LA, and Indiana again for the second straight year gets the number 1 pick. John says they could still try to get Skylar Diggins-Smith as a teacher for KC. For King. Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. One take, two. I guess you're a Fever fan. Congrats to the Indiana Fever, another number 1 pick. It'll be interesting to see who they decide to take. It's leaning towards Caitlin if she decides to come out. Number 2 to LA. Who does LA go with? Do they go with Cameron Brink? Do they go with Aaliyah Edwards? After the number 1 pick, it's a toss up who goes where. I guess it goes by need, or we might even have a draft day trade or something, or free agency might determine some things as well. RC says, I guess I'm a Los Indiana Vegas. Nah, make it out of here. A Los Indiana Vegas fan. Nah, man. You got the best team and the worst team. Come on, man. I mean, I guess that's balance there when you look at it. Glad you guys tuned in. It was gonna be a short stream. They really dragged this out from 4:30 to 5 o'clock to release the 4 picks. I guess, like Big Drink said, they paid for the 30-minute slot. They had to get their money's worth. Nah, but I get it. The Sparks got to be pissed. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix got to be pissed. They had a 27% chance to drop down to 3, so I'll be a little upset about that. But listen, it is what it is. The ping pong balls are gonna do what they do, and for those who believe in those conspiracy theories, let the imagination run wild. They had the number 1 pick there from last year, and that team just happens to get the number 1 pick again. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but nah, let me not put that in the air. They had the highest percentage to get number 1, and they ended up getting it. Salute to all of y'all. Brick Drunk salute. John England, RC is always my guy. Thanks for tuning in. In other channel related news, I am still working on the Liberty season recap. It's gonna be probably split into 3 or 4 parts. So I will have that released before Christmas, hopefully. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you like the video if you liked this type of content. Subscribe to the channel. I will be dropping that soon. And if they have any more WNBA important related news, let's say if they talk about expansion for another team, best believe I will be covering it live. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all next time. Salute.